We started with a red-tinted primer.
Hi, and welcome to Decorating Sense.
No! Do you often ask yourself the question, how can I take this moderately sized shoebox, which is actually a mansion, and make it worth less than the money I paid for it? Welcome back to Decorating Sense, the nostalgic hit which brings us beautiful moments such as, please help me, I'm going insane. It is with great sadness that I tell you today that this is the end of season 1. But as with lots of things from the 1990s, I'm unsure if we've actually seen everything there was to offer. I feel like my hair has gone bizarrely 70s today, which isn't quite the 90s vibe, but do you know what? I look a bit 70s Madonna. No, what does she do? Go Menasai. No, what's the other one? Hang up on you.
It feels reductive.
Anyway, let's watch Joan Steffan push some drugs up behind a curtain so the twinks can't find them in 1997. Were twinks in 1997? Did they exist yet, or had they not been bred? Make sure you're sitting down comfortably, grab yourself a beverage, pop your little Ohrhanger into the insanity hole, and let's see.
Simply ghastly.
Hi, and welcome to Decorating Sense.
Hi,
the show
Joan,
that
in
gives
your
you great decorating
high-vis
ideas
orange.
for a lot less. I'm Joan Steffan.
Yes,
and
you
today
are.
we're going inside this townhouse complex to redo a totally beige living room dining room combo for under $500.
Oh, so we're going inside a complex this time. Hang on, a townhouse complex. Do they still exist anymore, or are they all HMOs now? If you do not know, a HMO is a house of multiple occupation. Used to be you'd take beautiful family homes and you'd move in there as a family and they'd be all affordable on one salary, even in the 90s. Towards just the end. Nowadays, it's all been split into studio apartments and the rent is 400 times higher than it ever could have been at any other point in history. Oh, but remember to wash out your jam jar before you put it in the recycling to save the planet. Meanwhile, I've frozen on this moment, and she kind of reminds me, she's got that pose of like first day of primary school. Aww. There she goes, look, blocked. Put her through security immediately. Is that a mallet? What are they going to hit with a mallet? Oh, just the glass out the window. Oh, Illuminati. Or if you speak sign language.
Arrest her!
Will YouTube block me for that? Hopefully not.
Hi again. We are now
Hi.
in the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room. of a
Does
fairly
the
new-
kitchen match the drapes? Is the kitchen also carpeted? No, okay, thank
The
goodness.
dining room?
That was very 90s, wasn't it? It'd be like, the dirtiest place in your house, put a really thick, absorbent carpet in it.
Honestly, that's piss.
Doilies until there are no more doilies. Doily. I don't know what just happened then.
The dining room and the
Dining.
living room of a fairly new condominium. And there are a series
Condominium?
of 3 rooms that pretty much flow into one another. And there's nothing really wrong with that, except if you take a look around the room, you can see that
Do you know what? I could actually see this being described as... Actually, it's not... that kitchen is huge for a small... Like, nowadays, if you wanted, like, a one-bed apartment, that kitchen would also be on the dining room table.
And the living room of a fairly new condominium. And there are a series of 3 rooms that pretty much flow into one another. And there's nothing really wrong with that, except if you take a look around the room, you can
Very
see that
big
it's
furniture.
what we'd have to call a pretty safe space.
A safe space? How dare you speak to me? I just want to point out, this looks perhaps like raw soil plant on their beautiful beige carpet. The landlord will not be pleased about that. Wave goodbye to your deposit.
We're working with a little beige, a little more beige, and then there's
Beige.
a little more beige down here.
Are you
It's
going
a
to paint it
long
yellow
space, too.
beige?
It's like a bowling alley almost. There's nothing to visually stop your eye any place in this room.
I mean, it's all visually stopping my eye. This whole room is filled with things that are quite large. This is the thing I always find fascinating, looking back into the 90s. How many seats are in this room? For like a one-bedroom apartment with a... Well, mind you, it does have a fireplace in it. Is it a condominium? Is that a house or an apartment? The more I look at it, the stranger it gets. A fireplace in an apartment complex. A fireplace? Oh! The designer's been huffing fumes.
And not very well defined. So what we're going to do,
Oh,
we're
I'm
going to
not
add
a
a
fan
little...
of the raw lamp in the middle of the room. This up here, can you see? A raw lamp. Just ask Rolly.
Hello and welcome to Gag of the Millennial.
personality to this room, as we always like to do.
Oh.
And the woman with all the
Oh, where did
personality
you come
here today
from?
is Ann Sunda. Thank
Oh, she just materialised through the wall like a spectre.
Some say you're a ghost whisperer.
And the woman with all the personality here today is Ann Sunda. Thanks so much
Ann
for joining.
Sunda.
She's
Hello.
worked magic within our budgets in the past, and she's going to do the same today.
Oh, is she?
So what are the problems in this space?
Yes.
Well, we've got a long space that needs some definition. So what we're going to do, because
long
with
and
paint,
defined.
you can foreshorten a room, bring in the area, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take red-orange paint there,
goodness.
and then red-orange.
My camera's so upset she's lost focus. Did you just hear that? Red orange paint in this type where the landlords won't be pleased.
And then red-orange paint over on this wall, and define that and create a difference between the kitchen and the dining room.
I must admit, again, do you remember when I said, like, this is meant to be like a serving breakfast bar, isn't it? There's even a table in the kitchen. Okay, do you know what? For a place that's like a tiny condominium, they've got tables everywhere. You could never have a surface that wasn't filled with things. You couldn't just have, like, blank surface for function. It's like, no, I need a solid copper watering can to frame my handmade clay pots. She's been to a pottery class?
Oh my god.
That's going to be a huge difference in a room like
So that'll bring a lot of brightness in.
Yes.
Then we're going to work with accessories and put some things up on top there and
What
work
does
some
that mean?
accessories.
Put some things up on top there. What, like do you mean on the wardrobe or just like draped from the ceiling?
It looks like stained glass.
And then do a very colorful hand-painted floor mat.
No.
Really to create a lot of excitement in the room for not too much money.
No. We're not going to paint a floor mat. Well, maybe we are.
There's going to be a lot of stopping places
gonna
for your
cry.
eyes in this
Yes,
room. When you're done,
absolutely.
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we got a lot of work to do, and we're going to do it all for under $500.
I don't think. Well, I would rather you didn't.
Paint.
As you
she
can see,
going?
this room
Stumbling
is
out.
very neutral and safe.
should
There
be,
isn't
Mum.
any color that surprises you or stops your eye
What's going on up there?
traveling all the way to the end of the room.
What's that?
The room
She
needs to
kissed
be
a patio
shortened
heater.
and brightened up. Paint is an instant room transformer.
go.
To bring
Oh,
interest
God.
to the far end of this living room, we started with a red tinted primer.
Oh, it's like the tweenies.
Tweeny clock! Where will it stop?
Time to bleed.
Then we went to work. We rolled on a
Venn
bright
diagram.
red crayon color.
Oh God. Why?
Now the eye naturally travels to this fireplace
It certainly does, because I go, oh my God, it's on fire.
area and stop the eye. We used the same red paint to cover this cutout wall.
The music's a lot more upbeat
Back to the
today.
fireplace.
Oh God.
To highlight this area, we really used our imagination.
The Spanish flag is quaking.
Tengo rojo puta, rojo de puta putísima.
A framed poster was way too predictable, so we created a frame on top of a frame idea.
Why do I watch this? Well, I'm going to give myself angina.
This is a simple project anyone can do. Tape off the size of
Ich
frame
verstehe.
you desire. Then let your artistic talents take over.
No.
We painted a dandelion yellow frame centered above the fireplace. Then we decorated it with turquoise swirl designs.
Why?
We used stamps to create
Did
the
you?
design. You don't have to be a fabulous artist if you
Fabulous.
use stamps. And remember, if you make a mistake, you can cover your mistake with leftover paint. So take a risk.
With lead. Cover it with lead. The irony is not lost on me that we used to have houses that were decorated for our taste, our personal taste. That's why things like solid green bathroom suites existed. What I find so interesting about this show is that these are designers, and designers are meant to be able to tell a story through the art and through the pieces and the spaces that they make. The stories that we often see here would not be amiss on an acid trip, perhaps. Please help me, I'm going insane.
So take a risk.
Take a risk. Pop that pill. Take a risk.
Our
Peg
stamp
him.
frame looked great, so next we hung an inexpensive poster print in the middle of it. Total cost for our one-of-a-kind frame,
No.
$30 for paint and $35 for the print.
In the 1990s.
We love this frame in a frame so much.
Do you know, actually, I don't hate that. It is a little bit ketchup and mustard. It's a bit, come to McDonald's and try the Oh, what's that CEO doing now? Oh, something awful, no doubt.
We created the same look around the dining
It is
room
very
red wall,
McDonald's colours, actually.
minus the swirls.
Grimace. Oh,
This is a
no!
lot of punch out of a canvas floor mat.
Oh,
And it was a lot of fun to do too.
Do you think anybody can do this?
Oh, absolutely, especially
No.
especially if you use those at-home stamps of any kind of things around the house.
What is
That's what you
this?
do.
Tweeny clock, where will it
Die.
How do we do it?
Well, basically, why don't we turn this over and I'll show you. It's canvas that's been treated with a gesso, so you don't even have to use that
gesso?
step anymore. And this is a 5x7, and I just turned the edges over and did that with duct tape.
The homeowner's friend.
Infamous duct tape.
Okay.
Then painted the design on
Oh, thank goodness. I thought for a minute she was going to paint it just directly onto the carpet. I wouldn't put it past decorating sense to be like, do you know what? Don't like the colour of your carpet? Paint your carpet. I am cautious. Do you know, I am cautious about having just like raw canvas paint on the floor, on the floor of an apartment. I will say one thing. I'll say one thing. I don't mind the blue.
blue and just sort of mapped out with a ruler just exactly what colors I wanted to do on
Mapped
the
it out with a
inside.
ruler
You
and
went crazy.
ignored it.
I went crazy.
You certainly did.
Polyurethane. And there's a really great water-based polyurethane now, so you can do it anywhere and it isn't going to be full of fumes or anything.
Great.
Do it
Got the floor
everywhere.
taken care of. It's time for accessories.
Okay,
Absolutely.
right,
Let's
okay.
go.
Time for accessories.
Accessorize, we did. On top of the armoire, we placed assorted
This is where the Townsend woman got her lust for baskets.
colored baskets. These inexpensive woven baskets were spray painted the colors of the room to coordinate with the design. When grouping baskets,
And we
consider the
filled it with
space you're
ivy.
working with.
Japanese
Vary the
knotweed.
heights and shapes of the baskets when arranging them. To break up the beige color and to add an element of surprise, we tossed on pillow
Surprise!
wrap-up.
It's a cushion. I love it when Joan describes something awful as an element of surprise because I would go in this room and if someone said, we made this out of an ugly shirt, I would be like, oh, je suis surprise.
Pillow wrap-ups. We shopped for brightly colored scarves and then wrapped and tied the owner's existing pillows. Your cost is the cost of the
Buy
scarf.
cushions. $50.
This
That's the deposit for a house in the 90s.
This $25 lamp began as a basic porcelain base. We dressed it up by decoupaging torn multicolored
Decoupage!
crepe paper.
How is the lamp? Not crepe paper. Oh, decoupage. Oh, this is very substitute teacher, year 4, doesn't quite understand maths. So today we're doing decoupage.
Torn multicolored crepe paper. On top of the crepe paper, we applied a sealer coat to protect the
Crepe
color.
paper. Do you know, I haven't even thought about crepe paper as a concept since the 90s, I don't think. Crepe paper? Do we do things with crepe paper? Is crepe paper used for anything else except mistakes? Oh no, but it is awful.
We stamp printed each of these photo frames with
awful.
rubber cutout stamps.
Oh, and didn't hang
This
them up
personalizes
properly.
your frames in a creative way. In the dining area, we have a terrific idea for an easy do-it-yourself chair cover to disguise unsightly furniture. These
The chair's not very... Is this disguising anything or is it drawing attention to it? It's the most neon thing in the room. It's like someone tried to 3D print a pride flag.
These cushions are 2 layers of fiberfill covered with fabric and sewn on the
And
outside
toxic
edge.
to the atmosphere.
Seam binding ties hold the cushions in place.
Binding ties.
The backs of the chairs are
Jones.
disguised with
I'm
pillow
familiar with
slip
that.
covers. Just slip the fabric over the chair. A completely new look for all 4
That's not funny, because what if I was gay?
at a cost of $15 per chair.
They saw you coming.
Look around your house.
Oh, what children's birthday party!
I'm a birthday cake, happy birthday to me!
You see, we've gone away from like one accent colour, lovely, let's make a motif, into, come on everyone, the Mad Hatter's wig party, this way!
Look around your house when creating
Look
colorful
around.
tabletop decorations. This centerpiece began as a regular houseplant. We added silk daisies, wooden spoons, and a colorful hand-painted clay pot.
And it's-
A regular houseplant can become something extraordinary if you use your
That poor
imagination.
houseplant. Microplastics up your xylem, girl. Oh no.
Speaking of imagination, I'm glad we had yours to use today because mine would never have come up with all this great stuff.
Throw it on you.
In here.
Well, a lot of paint, a lot of...
Is that a book of wine? Look how large that wine book is. You know there were wine mums in the 90s.
It looks cool in here.
Well, a lot of paint, a lot of fabric, a lot of sort of fun, crazy little whimsy ideas.
Yep, it's a different space.
Absolutely.
And you have one more great idea for us, how to turn ottomans, which a lot of people have, into a coffee table.
Basically, what I did here is just
jiggle all over the place.
tray. This is a wood one. You can use any kind of a tray, plastic, whatever, and use it to turn your use your ottoman for more than one piece of furniture. You can also use it as a coffee table.
Pretty simple. And then take the tray away. You got an ottoman back.
Absolutely.
Great ideas today. Thank you so much. A lot of fun. And we did it all for $485. So we have some money left over. I don't know what we're going to spend it on, but we'll think of something.
Oh, poppers and Coke.
In the meantime, let's take a look at everything we've accomplished in these rooms.
Shall we? Okay, the accomplished is quite a stretch of a concept, isn't it, here? Oh, dear. Welcome to the Early Learning Centre. Dead now. Okay. It's gone from adult home to creche. They also threw some things away, apparently, but no, off the balcony. McDonald's! Bin.
I hope you'll stay with us because when we come back, it is trash.
Joan, I'll give you a try this time. I'll let you know what I think.
Tuberculosis.
It is now time for Trash to Treasure. That time when we take things that you might find at a garage sale or a flea market and turn it into something really special for your home. For that, we have the masters of creativity here.
Here they are,
made me say that. Steve Dowd and Jim Hansen. They own the American Island Antique and Home Accessory Store in Minneapolis, which is a great store. Thanks for letting us come out again.
Our pleasure.
Masters of Creativity. I'll talk to you later.
We love that.
I'll talk to you
Don't make
later.
me say it. We're talking about frames now. How to take just ordinary, cheapo frames you can find lots of places and turn it into something.
Why am I about to burst into tears at every moment of the day to day? Do you know when you just have that day where you're in a giggly, silly mood and it's like you're seconds away from just spewing forth from the eye? Very damp optic nerve today. Don't talk to me.
And turn it into something personalized.
Yeah, I always go to the $2 bin at the store and grab whatever frames they have because they always have different sizes and shapes and widths of the frame.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of things with frames.
And it inspires you.
Yes.
Okay, what has it inspired you to do now?
Well, let's start with this one.
Put it in
This
the
is
bin?
just this one is a $3 frame because it's a little wider. And this one I just used
It's the Waverly!
a twig from my own trees. Just went out and cut
For God's sake, twig people again. Do you remember last, I don't know, what was it, 3 times ago? The woman had built a man had built his entire living room out of twigs.
Just went out and cut some twigs.
Okay.
What if you
Applied
get
the twig on the
woodworm?
outside of the mirror.
Just nailed it on.
Yep, added a little bit of natural.
The Blair Witch.
You know, that's how it grew, so that's how I put it on.
I like
tell
that.
Olympia.
It's just a great lodgy look.
That's a great look, yeah.
Now this one is just a
Lodging
5x7
complaint.
frame that I painted red with latex paint, roughed it up a little bit. I
Yes, you do like to rough things up.
sanded
don't
it,
you?
stained it, added a little wooden flag.
That's very cute.
Just a cute little 4th of July.
Very
frame.
festive. Put your child's photo in there with a
Right.
sparkler or something.
Now this one is just a regular 10 by 12 frame. I used a little bit of cedar shake.
Cedar
that I
shake.
Cedar
cut into
shake.
strips, but you
Shake
can
the
just as
baby.
easily go to the hobby store and use basswood.
Basswood.
Okay.
Basswood.
Okay.
Make a little trellis. This is great for the botanical picture that I've got.
Trellis. Trellis. That's another word. My God, this twink from 1627's got quite the lore about him now, hasn't he? His name is Donnell of Eggleston Hall, sitting on his patio dressed in periwinkle, off to visit the patisserie with his neighbour Booth to purchase a trellis. Oh dear.
In there, it's great for a wedding photograph.
Yeah, that would be cute.
Really wonderful.
That's a wonderful
Giving
idea, and it looks kind of
wedding.
roughened up there, too.
Spray painted this one, and
Mama,
the
this
cedar
mug.
soaks it up, so it has that kind of
Gives you that
aged
rough
look.
look. Okay, how
And then
about
the last,
this
but
guy?
not least, this, if you can believe it, is an old
Is a police sketch.
metal floor grate.
Oh my God.
Wonderful for a frame. They're perfect for Jim's high school picture.
Oh, she's a catty
Very
queen.
unusual. I mean, who would think to use a floor grate for a...
Well, I think the
picture
answer
frame.
would be you, Steve.
And
I
no, you.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that on
Good
my
idea.
wall,
Thanks, Steve.
rusting. Thank you. What's this? The murder scene? She died doing what she loved, upcycling.
Join us soon for some more bargain hunting, yes?
Yeah! You are looking at what can only be described as a nasty before photo. This does not look like a nice piece of furniture,
Very the
but
Swan.
you have turned it into something fabulous.
Yeah, we got this covered free.
Oh, Merry Christmas! It's filled with corpses. Oh, I don't like this at all. How is this fabulous? This is literally the dolphin of champagne.
I'm Flambilio Goetz, Dolphin of Champagne, an investigator of imaginative crimes.
Free out of a neighbor's basement.
I guess I'm not surprised. It was kind of nasty.
And we turned it into a great entertainment center. We did do a few different things to it, which I'd like to
Who?
explain.
The people you're holding captive?
Judging by her corset and her skirt, we're guessing she's a night worker.
A corset, you say? My colleague Gumdrop did twinkles stars, and he thinks this maiden is Marie Antoinette.
We painted it red, and then we did the inset panels of the doors green. And of course, roughing it up a little bit, we exposed some of the original kind of butter yellow that was coming through.
Because it's still an obviously old piece of furniture.
Right,
So you want
and we didn't want
to
make it look brand new or anything.
Sure.
And then we just used some stock crown molding from the lumber store.
Oh, you finished it off up there.
Finish up.
Got to put a skirt on it.
Which is just crazy in the naughtiest way.
That's a great touch.
Yeah, and it needed something. You know, it just looked a little bit chopped off.
Yeah, and I know the bottom needed a lot of work too.
The bottom needs a lot of attention. The bottom needs a lot of attention.
Look at that.
And for some reason, in its former incarnation, this piece had been added, maybe to make it look more sleek, you know, sort of a deco period or office type of furniture or whatever. But you can see this before of the leg area here. The first thing we did was take off this piece. You know, it totally destroyed the look of the piece.
Yeah.
And then we did add this one little strip of green just to kind of pull down the cold molding and you know, accentuate the feet a little bit.
There are ways of making things look like rustic and old and very like appliqué, antique, dated bijoutier. This literally looks like you've pulled it out of a skip. I dread to think what's entertaining about the entertainment centre.
Accentuate the feet a little bit.
Good thinking. Okay, if you want something that's really distinctive for your
We
bedroom,
didn't even get to see inside the entertainment centre. What? How could you call this an entertainment centre? What's entertaining about it? The fact that you can go, oh my God, what crime scene did that come from?
Okay, if you want something that's really distinctive for your bedroom, Steve has the answer for you here. This is a birch bed.
Right.
I have never seen anything like this.
It grew this way. It did.
Really?
Yeah, I found it in the backyard. No, actually, this is reminiscent of the Adirondack style of furniture done with a lot of birch bark and twig. One of my favorite things to do. It's just so, well, I can't even think of the word for it.
A gape.
But it looks complex.
No, it's not, Joan.
Really?
No, it's easy to do.
No, it's not, Joan, you silly tarts.
Now, this is a head and footboard that on its own was not very good. It was, the veneer
together
was
it's
bad.
also not
it
very
was
good.
just not acceptable.
Sorry, what is it? Are we looking at a skinned tree? Is that what this is? It puts the lotion on its bark, or else it gets the pesticide again. That was a stretch, and I hope you enjoyed that.
Not acceptable on
You
its own.
wanted to
Not
cover it up.
acceptable.
Right. So birch was a great answer.
A bit Christmassy.
First of all, how do you get birch?
Well, I got birch in northern Minnesota. There are a lot of birch trees that are down there. Now, I don't kill any live trees to do this.
Okay.
Easy to do. You just use a razor knife and you cut the tree and the birch peels right off.
Okay.
Right,
So I'm going to show you how to do this.
Oh boy.
Now this is just a practice board.
Okay.
This
is the headboard.
A piece of birch.
Oh, good. Worms, termites, sap, oil and honey.
That's all you do is just
That's all you do.
Oh my
Watch
God.
your fingers, Joan.
Okay, that would be a good.
We aren't insured.
Good advice. So you just go along the edges?
Right.
Would you take something like that?
Just staple your bark to your headboard, but make sure you've got health insurance. Okay, right. Oh.
Would you take something like that off?
Absolutely not. You
can't.
leave all the
No, you have to
imperfections.
leave it
That's
on
what makes
there,
it really
especially to
special.
rot.
Really? Okay. So
Why don't you do one more at the bottom?
One more at
Yeah, perfect.
There?
That's good.
Okay.
Just to get the idea. Now, see, these aren't birch twigs. These are just twigs from my own trees. But you get the
twigs I
idea.
prepared earlier. Oh, Blair Witch!
Now, once this is on, you would cut along the edges to the shape you want.
God, it's just awful, isn't it?
To the shape you wanted, and you would apply the birch, or excuse me, the twig with just a little nail.
Like little finishing nails?
Yeah, and you can
something
leave
like
this odd stuff on and just go ahead and nail it down. Leave it real organic.
The more natural, the better, because that's
right.
what you're doing.
And what a great bed for a lake cabin.
Yeah.
I can't imagine ever like plumping up your pillow late at night, half asleep, and you're like, oh, I'll just like scrape my head along sudden bark in my house. Oh no, sorry, my lake cabin.
Yeah.
Or, well, why not in the city too? I mean, who says?
You want a little touch of the country.
Oh, that's so hateful. They were just doing anything in the 90s, weren't they?
Have I told you they have great ideas?
Oh, yes, but...
Oh, she sounded exhausted. She was like, I'm contractually obliged to tell you how great you are.
Out here, I'm always filled with great ideas when I leave.
We love to have you.
Thanks
like
so much.
calling the police.
Stay with us, because when we come back, we are going to show you how to...
Joan, I don't think I have the strength.
Now, we have a crew standing by, ready to redesign a living room.
Is this the International Federation of Oopsie Daisy?
New look.
Are they back
simply
for
by
the finale?
rearranging the existing furniture and accessories.
They always do the worst job. I'm
Diane
so excited.
Prentice has
Look at that. Now that is a bijou moment. I love the fact that this lamp is being reclaimed by nature. This is, oh, look, if they dare go this small country cottage or whatever the piss.
Diane Prentice has lived in this Cape Cod-style home for 2 years. She loves the cottagey feel, the furniture, and...
Do you know what? That is quite cottage. Cottage? That's quite cottage, isn't it?
Soft yellow walls have, but she's having trouble pulling it all together.
Is she?
This room looks over-decorated.
Okay, it looks awful from that angle. Show us the nice one, yeah. Oh, much better. Oh, dear.
The fabrics, furniture, and accessories are all matched. Therefore, there's no crispness. It needs something unexpected. And a lot of people make this mistake. All the furniture...
Doilies and dolls and a duck and an armoire filled with dolls. Do you know, people have personality.
Is lined up on the outside wall of the room. We need to shake that up a little bit.
Right,
we need to change the predictability of this room. And so, Susie Ingram and Lisa Billings from the Interior Design and Arrangement Association.
She is also a lesbian mum of 6.
Way, what a bargain! I'm a lesbian mum of 6.
Came along to give Diane and the rest of us some tips on redesigning our homes.
Oh, is she
The first thing we do is empty the room of all the accessories and smaller furniture, leaving the larger pieces for new placement.
And this one.
I'm looking forward to working on this coffee table because it leaves a big...
The International Federation of Oopsie Daisy! Right, why is she so excited about this coffee table?
Because it leaves a big void in the middle of the room, and we're going to build it up with accessories.
Oh, God.
These table accessories are all too shiny. With so much crystal, there isn't any depth.
I think these pictures are too far apart. They'll have a lot more impact when we hang them together.
Who is she talking to? She's like, bye.
No purpose.
Just hallucinating.
Everything is cleared and moved to a staging area along with other items we find from the home. This allows us to take a good look at all the
There's so many seats in this room, isn't there? It's like every family was 19 people.
Homeowners' accessories.
A duck.
We need to create a focal point.
Yep.
And then we're going to make
the television. They use the television in this room. So...
We're going to try an angle?
I'm thinking that it would create some interest in this square.
Let's try this.
She almost seems a bit angry.
Let's go this way.
Okay.
I hate you.
And now it's time for the television hutch.
Let this be our focal point.
Television hutch. Like a rabbit, but televisione. Oh, language.
And balance that diagonal with
Looks
this
like
one.
it's one of those cartoon pieces, like hand
Perfect. This hutch sits at an angle to allow for viewing access, and it creates a fabulous focal point for the sofa.
Room on an angle.
We brought
all that dead space now behind the TV that will have to be cleaned, filled with rot and perhaps a child.
We brought in this rug we found in the den. It connects the furniture and coordinates with the pale yellow wall color.
It's a little bit science drawing, and that doesn't make me angry. It also kind of almost resembles the tube line somehow. Not the worst thing in the room.
The chairs are placed back in their spots, and we bring in more furniture. This table is perfect to display accessories on, and that creates height and warmth in this back corner. Chairs don't have to be a pair to be placed together. These two create more interest. This display case comes in from the family room to see if it fits. Now the art goes up, and Susie's women get placed together
These
to
rooms
create
are so busy, aren't they? They're just so busy. Everything needs a table with a table skirt and 17 chairs around to be filled to the ceiling with nonsense.
Greater impact.
Okay, I do quite like that, yeah.
We're using the dark woods on these framed photographs here to punch up the white of the armoire.
White.
And to balance the dark woods we've used in the rest of the room.
Okay, thank you.
These apples put a splash of color
in
on
loving
the table,
memory.
and a family photo always adds warmth.
This clock was everywhere. My dad still has this clock. This, whatever this is, what is this? It looks like a briefcase or perhaps a weapon, but it's in fact a small clock. Never tells the right time either. Always wrong and ticking. Also, perhaps an urn for your apples. A brand new habitat on Pokopia.
I like the way these pewter candlesticks finish off this tablescape we've done. We've added the plate rack, set her up for tea.
Now when you sit down, you will have to take all the things off the table because you can't view, it's obstructing your view of the televisione. So you have to take the afternoon high tea and throw it in the sea.
With a nice jolt of color with her own silk roses.
We filled the display case with collections of the homeowners. Angels and mom mementos fill the case with items close to her heart.
Okay.
The homeowner had this piece created to represent herself and her 4 sisters. It sits proudly above a painting of her house and an end table holding more family photos.
Actually, I quite like that. Very sweet.
Lisa, I'm glad we found this extra fabric in the sewing room.
In the sewing room?
It adds a nice...
I'm glad we found this extra fabric in the sewing room.
Fresh, crisp look to these old cushions and these wicker chairs. It's great.
To complete the room, more of Diane's angels are placed atop the hutch to watch over her and her family.
Parlor.
As the final touches are made before Diane sees her new room,
we summon Baphomet. Okay. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh, I hate it. Ah! Oh, it's just a headache. Oh, no. Imagine trying to get anything around this room. If you were carrying a coffee, be like, excuse me, I just need to, excuse me, excuse me, yeah, it's just doing too much. This company, the International Federation of Oopsie Daisy, is desperate to prove their worth by being like, do you know what? Busy, busy, busy. Oh. No, thank you. Before was a bit nicer, I think.
Oh, you guys, it is just unreal.
She's a high-flying lawyer from Lesboland. No! Can't say that. It's alright, I can say that with lesbian mum. But Sue! Oh! Bleep, beep. Up next. And now.
For questions or comments, please write to Decorating Sense.
I will. Excuse me. How dare you?
And we are back in our beige to beautiful makeover with designer Ann Sundit, who's willing to share just a couple more secrets with us.
Okay,
what are we looking at here?
Well, here we're looking at an empty
goodness me! That was where they found her. Why do all these old photos look so crime scene?
Room. And what we did is we
turned it into a funeral parlor.
And we put in a lattice screen into the nursery and got that for about $12 for about 6 or 8 feet of that.
Wow.
Then what we did is we mixed color in. This was an old piece.
We loves
covered
the
that
red
in
and green. This woman loves the red and green.
Beautiful red. Mixed it in with the rug. Again, sort of playing what we're talking about today, mixing a lot of color in. The stripes and the florals. We took an old antique lamp and added some fringe to the shape.
It does give that vibe of like old money though somehow, doesn't it? Like it looks rich. Like these people that had all these chairs would have had quite a sensible income, I fear.
Sort of make it look antique as well. And just basically sort of mix and match with accessories to give it the feeling of a garden room with the ivy up there, etc.
It really has it.
Looks
great ideas. Thanks again for everything today.
Was that it? Okay.
You're welcome.
One crime scene.
And remember, with just a little imagination, you can make your decorating dreams come true for less. I'm Joan Steffen. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Joan. Once again, you've done it, haven't you? My goodness, my goodness. Do you know, every time we sit down to watch one of these, I think, what can we see today? And every time I am horrendously surprised. You know when she says, oh, we added this for a touch of surprise. Every time I am having a touch of surprise. Je suis surprise. I will say I'm very pleased that they didn't just straight up paint on that poor woman's carpet, because I did have a feeling that they might. Also, we never saw the owner come back to the condo and go, oh, it's McDonald's, thank you. Have we seen that before, or am I having a nervous breakdown? Or a breakthrough? Find out next week on What the Fuck Is This? Has it been a good series? Have we had a nice time here? Shall I continue with season 2? Because I think I have up to season 4, and I'm pretty sure there's hundreds of seasons of this because it went for like 13 years, I think. How would you feel if you woke up one day and you came home to your partner and your partner said, "Darling, great news! I've replaced the headboard with live bark." Would you be like, "Oh, fantastic, I'm so glad we live in the 90s"? Or would you be like, "Hello, police"? And with that, my lovelies, it's time for the Patreons. You can see yourself flowing past on the screen right here. Over on the Patreon, we have The Traitors UK up to episode 10 of season 1, all of Project Runway season 2. Well, the episodes that aren't live here to be viewed for the public. There's Something About Miriam, and we're also doing live watch parties of I Want to Marry Harry. And I believe we're doing the final tomorrow. And once again, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons. All Costamoji, Carol Sturm, Jojo, Radhika Madala, A Literal Pipefish, AJ Padilla, Angie, Anthony Michael Hernandez, Ashley Lisa, Auntie Sasha Wood, Barry Chapman, Becky Johnson, Bishop Bubs Quartz, Breakaway 87, Caffeinated Raptor, Callie Rose, Cammy Bryan, Cancerfish 66, Catalina Seraph, Colin Mayfair, ContraPoints, Danny, Danielle Serra, Dylan Irving, Dr. Lula, EBBB, Goth Hoblin, James Azingirl, Jennifer Herman, Jenny Dahlia, Killed by Rabbits, Laura Lena, Lauren Kylie, Leanne Jones, Les Banana, Love Potion, Malfunctioning NPC, Mandy, Marvin David, Marzibar, Matinita, Minumoto, Miranda Bryant, Mo Sherman, Morgan LeVay, Ms. Gears, Norwegian, Goblin, OKS Kyle, Overdrive Pixie, Rainy Raylin, Romy Rain, Rupreet, Sarah Maria, Safety Pin Grin, Semyaza Meridoc, Shanro, Sean Pelkey, TNS Mum, Taylor Roney, The Jessica Hightower, Todd Burley, Tom, Tony Mecca's Track, Windy Potato, Worm, and Wizgadunsk. And if you want to join the Patreon, the link is in the description below. Do you know what, my loves? I think I'm going to leave it on the note of, don't distress something with sandpaper and tell me it's an entertainment centre.
My colleague gumdrop till twinkles, stars.